Hey folks, I'm back. All right, let's play some. Let's press start button. Log into my Xbox profile. You like my avatar? I don't know. Let's see here. Clear all of the archives on hard and achieve 100% purification. Okay, journey 800k on hard is what I don't have. Journey, I think, is one of the harder stages. Yeah, it's the last one. Ugh, I'm at 97% purified. I wonder what my score was. The thing is, it's like kind of difficult to clear this. I still need to harvest rewards from other stages too, so. How did you sign into Xbox Live on 360? Because it's a, I'm playing this backwards compatibility on an Xbox Series console. Are you going to bed, Ferret King? Hold on, what am I? Oh, okay. Take it easy. Rest up. Don't be afraid to do what feels right for you. I'm not going to be going for score, really, because I don't need to. I just need to get... I have to unlock all the clear items. I just have to not die. There's that. Now, we all understand what's going on, right? Just by observing the screen. Surely the intimate details of the gameplay mechanics are made bare to you. Wasn't the beat? Oh, it obliterates Twitch's frame rate? Hopefully you're not seeing too much frame rate. If everything's getting blurry as fuck, that makes sense. Never knew Rez had a sequel? Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? What's weird is Tetsuya Mizuguchi insisted it wasn't a sequel to Rez. but it is. I remember seeing some interviews before the game came out, and he's like, "This isn't Res 2." I was like, "Well, it kind of is, though." Does it continue the deep Res storyline? It's funny that you ask, because yes, it's literally the same. That lady that you saw at the intro, corruption has attacked her, and we have to wait. Hold on, there's a manual. Let me get it. Because that's Rockman 4, my bad. So if you'll recall, there's an AI in the system that's been being attacked by viruses and we have to save them. That was Res. Here's the storyline for Child of Eden. As spelled out in the introduction part of the manual. The first human born in outer space takes her first breath on the International Space Station. Her name is Lumi. As Lumi grows older, she dreams of touching the beauty of Earth. She expresses her feelings through song and sends her messages to the people of Earth. After her death, her body is preserved and all of her memories are recorded and archived as data. The latter half of the 21st century ushers in a new era in space exploration. Humankind marches ahead into the farthest reaches of space. The collective knowledge of human history is stored as archives, connected and accessible from anywhere in space. People now refer to the internet as Eden. Everything, from evolution and natural history to the entire span of human history, is stored in Eden's data archives. To those who have never known what it's like to set foot on Earth, Eden is the fountain from which all knowledge flows. Time marches on. In the 23rd century, using Lumi's preserved data archives, scientists attempt to recreate her persona within the confines of Eden. This experiment is called Project Lumi. And now, after what seems like an eternity since her passing, Lumi emerges from her slumber within Eden. Save Eden, save Lumi. That's the story. So, the first moon girl, space girl, who dreamed of Earth, died hundreds of years ago, but her AI persona is being attacked by viruses on the internet, and we have the future space internet, and we have to defend her pure innocence. I guess the Earth shit it makes sense in terms of imagery, because some of the stages are very romantic about the planet and nature. Anyway, we got to get her. We got to save our space waifu. Space whale. We gotta purify that whale, though. It's got bad barnacles. Ow! Shit, I'm gonna take another damage. I died! I should probably just put it in normal to grind out the rewards, but I'm not going to. But I won't. The Zone of the Enders on DMT? Pretty much. I don't need to play for score, so I'm just gonna shoot everything. Are you? There we go. isn't exactly pertinent yet, but I always did like the score system of this particular game. Essentially, the idea is that you can lock on to up to 8 things, which can include the same enemy if you can lock onto it multiple times. A lot of enemies are one-hit kills, but essentially you have to charge up your whole locking on thing, which is this like dial in the middle. And then if you release your shots on the beat, it increases your multiplier up to ×8. So to get the highest score, you have to kill everything while locking onto 8 things at a time and then releasing on the beat. But then it becomes a bit of a puzzle, because sometimes you don't have 8 things to lock onto. So that's when you have to like wait for other enemy waves to come out or shoot things partially and then lock onto other things to get your full 8. And then again, that's all couched inside of only releasing on the beat every time. So sometimes it tempts you into waiting just a little bit longer until you can release on the beat and either maintain your multiplier or build it back up. But in that time, when you're just waiting for that extra half beat, enemies can shoot bullets at you, which you have to switch to another gun to erase. So you have 2 weapons. There's the main lock-on weapon, which is the main thing you do to purify enemies. But then there's the purple one, which is on the trigger. But the purple gun eliminates bullets, so you have to switch to that to erase these like patterns of bullets that the enemies spray at you, often in these like rotating concentric circles, which means that there is an efficient way to move to erase it. If you like spin with the circle, that's inefficient because you're chasing the bullets. But if you spin like counter to the rotation of these circular bullet patterns, then you erase them much quicker because they rotate into your reticle. The idea behind the game originally was that it was Kinect, so one hand was one gun and the other hand was the other gun, which was pretty rad, but if you want that precision control, you kind of have to use a controller. Also, I don't know, it's fashionable these days to like roll your eyes at Microsoft, but I feel like the Xbox brand has published some of the more amazing Japanese games. Things like Phantom Crash, Lost Odyssey, Chrome Hounds. Space Phoenix. Yeah, Tetris Effect. So that's the other thing about this game. It is a very Tetsuya Mizuguchi thing. All the music is quantized, or all the sound effects rather. So every button you hit produces a sound effect that is like locked in with the rhythm of the background track, which is a very Tetris Effect thing. Luminous. One other one. Res. Oh shit. It's Lumi! I'll save you, Lumi. Looking like a melted Adam Sandler. A refreshing breeze fills your lungs. Transformation begins again. We did it, everyone. And then every time you finish a stage, you get to add one of the enemies or creatures from that stage to your digital aquarium. Which will load it in a minute here. There we go. I've upgraded the manta ray to the 3.0. So I have more resplendent manta rays swimming around now. That is one of the achievements that I haven't gotten, which is unlocking all the rewards. Oh, thank you for appreciating my manta rays. I'm pretty fond of my mantas. Yeah, the popping of all the notes. It's all kind of slipped to be on beat, which essentially produces like a mix when you're playing. It's pretty cool. I'm a backstabber. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what this looks like on Twitch. I imagine it's not great. A little crunchy, but the tunes take you there. That's good. If you want the premium experience, again, watching on YouTube but chatting on Twitch. You get the benefit of the bit rate. I don't have a bomb! Yeah, I'd hope by now that Twitch would have upped their bitrate game, but no. There was like some indication that they were looking into like AB1 encoding, but no word about that since then. Just the enhanced broadcasting feature that is actually not enhanced at all and is in fact worse. Welcome to Tube. going? You have Tales from the Road? You got a Jessica Simpson story. All right. Okay. I'm going to take a break and talk with Steph a bit now that she's home. I'll be back in a bit. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. I have folders, so it's like I have to go out of a folder and then it double taps and it goes to a thing. Anyway, I'm back. Steph's here. Steph has Tales from the Road because she unfortunately has to commute. So take it away, Steph. What's happening on the Los Angeles freeway today?
I feel like we should have a like or like the sound of a chopper. Like, does that sound like a chopper? Probably not. There wasn't that much on the road today, but what was truly a thing is that I was listening to a podcast that was talking about Jessica Simpson's autobiography, and she was talking about Jessica Simpson now is talking about this particular story about a friend of hers that died when she was like in high school. I realized that by laughing at this, we're all going to hell. I'm just telling you this, but it's an amazing tale, and I feel like I just have to share it because I came home and had told Lawrence about this and was like, the world needs to know. So apparently, picture this. There is a rodeo in town. And at this rodeo, a young 13-year-old boy has done a performance with a horse. And that horse did not perform up to the standards of which they could win money or place at the show. Like, what is it, dressage? I'm trying to remember all of the things that Kate, who owns a horse, would tell me about horse things. So he was very upset. So apparently he hit his horse. Now, upon hitting this horse, the horse escaped the rodeo. So upset horse escaped the rodeo. Keep this in mind. This is important. Because apparently Jessica Simpson's friend, driving down the highway with her boyfriend. As she's driving down the highway, she sees a horse that's on the side of the highway. The horse decides to leap onto the road and leap onto the moving vehicle, crushing the girl to death. Her boyfriend gets a little banged up, but the girl dies from a horse jumping onto her vehicle and killing her in the car. This is why I want people to know this, because what the fuck is going on? What is happening? Now, I'm supposed to go to a rodeo in December, and it will be my first, and this is making me concerned because I'm like, the horse escaped and leapt onto a car. Like this was predetermined. I feel like, and the thing is that this particular young lass was very religious. So apparently, because she was very religious, and this was like unbeknownst to the fact that she passed away because of horse leaping, she had sent letters to everyone in her class, like in her high school class, telling them that, like, you know, Jesus is so great. I love God. If you ever want to just talk about God and all of this, like, please reach out to me and talk to me. She sent those letters the week that she died. So when she died, a couple days later, people started getting letters in the mail from her as if it was from beyond the grave. And this is just the most incredible story. See, Jesus said nay. Yes, that's it. Yes. So people started getting letters from her, and I feel like this is the weirdest fucking tale that I've ever heard. And I was like, say what now? Like this actually happened apparently, and I just feel like I need more people to know this story of the horse death. And then the fact that she had sent letters to people, and then it felt like it was like she was coming back. Although on the ride home today, I started listening to Al Pacino's autobiography. And let me tell you, it's read by Al Pacino. So he has not hoo-hawed once yet. I've been waiting for a hoo-ha. Titties, hoo-ha. Right? No hoo-has. But it's very clear that he's just going for it. He's just talking about the tales from his life. And there's one particular story, and I don't even know if this is how the book has it, or he's just like going off the rails, which I've heard apparently Barbra Streisand's autobiography, she goes off the rails and she just starts talking about what outfits that she's wearing. Al Pacino started talking about a time when he was a kid that like they used to play in all the like what used to be the old Victory Gardens in the South Bronx, but then became like trash piles after the war, and the kids would like pile up the trash to like make bases and stuff, and that they would play in these empty lots. And he said that there was like one time that they were playing in one, and apparently a large metal like piece of metal shot up and hit him in the dick. And he was so much in pain that he was like groaning and like trying to walk. And I guess like a man saw what had happened, and he picked him up and he was like, "Where do you live?" And he like pointed to the building and he's like, "Up there." So the man took him up to his apartment, and his mom and his aunt proceeded to take his pants down and investigate his junk to make sure that it was okay. And he's describing this tale and he's like, "Oh God," like, you know, real gravelly, because he's like in his 80s, right? Oh, they were touching me, and oh God, I just thought, Lord, just take me now. To think about that in Al Pacino's voice, just talking about how embarrassing it was that he had to have his mom and his aunt investigate his dick after he hit it with like a giant piece of metal. So those are the tales of the road today. I'm sure I will hear more. Oh, although there is another story, and I haven't quite gotten to the full part of this in the book, but I feel like I just want to talk about it. Apparently, Al Pacino really loved Marlon Brando. Like, he like has a lot of respect for him. Al Pacino was part of the like Lee Strasberg, school of method acting. So he felt it was a really great thing that like right before he was going to work in The Godfather, he went. Apparently, Marlon Brando was in the hospital, and I can't remember what it was for. It might have been horse related. Maybe this is how we come full circle. And he was in the hospital, and Al Pacino was there, and he went and he told him to like lay in the bed next to him. And apparently, while Al Pacino's talking to Marlon Brando is just eating a chicken piccata. Like he's eating it with his hands. Like, not using a knife and fork. He's just picking up the piece of chicken and just eating it. And Al Pacino is like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he's not using, like, he's all, what is he gonna do? He's just got red sauce all over his hands, all over his face. And he's like, here's one of the greatest actors of like my generation. And I'm like, do I get him a napkin? What do I do to Marlon Brando? Like with all of this red sauce on his face. He finishes eating the chicken, a little piece. He puts it back on the plate, and then proceeds to just wipe his hands on the white hospital sheets. And Al Pacino doesn't know what the fuck to do. He's just like, all right, man, I guess. Okay, cool. I guess we'll act in this film together. So yes, I just want you to know that apparently Marlon Brando just wiping the red sauce just right on his hospital sheets. And I'm guessing the nurses had to come and clean that up. What are you gonna do? Also, it's Marlon Brando. I guess he's just gonna have somebody brought him a chicken piccata. There's no way that like he was in the hospital and they were like, so glad you're here. It's chicken piccata night. Like someone brought that to him, and then he just made a mess. Anyway, yes. I'm glad that I could let everybody know this. I'll tell you more tales of Al Pacino once. Apparently, he's been broke multiple times. Yeah, this is good to know. And so it almost seems like maybe he's also writing this book just so that he could get more money. Because he apparently at one point was spending like $400,000 a month. A month. Which is kind of ridiculous. But yes, anyway, here you go. Putting this back.
Thank you, Steph. Oh. Tales from the road. He did have that Game Awards appearance. Yeah. Got some of that Jeff money. They couldn't afford the choir for the Game Awards orchestra that time. They had to pay Al Pacino's appearance fee. Yeah, you don't remember when he waddled out and he was like confused and his pants were kind of baggy and no, yeah, no shame on the man. I'm not fashion shaming. Far be it for me to do that, especially at the Game Awards, but all I'm saying is it wasn't the most glamorous appearance for a legendary actor. That's all. Why was he there? Yeah, I can't remember. He wasn't promoting anything. He introduced something? Why was he there? I can't remember. Jeff, if you're in chat, just chime in anytime. Yeah. He probably remembers. There was a Godfather game, but it was in the 2000s. That was not recent. Maybe he was introducing like best performance in a video game or something, and it was just like a vanity get. Oh yeah.
My new headdress. This is my new ridiculous headdress. And I've just been I told this whole story while I was standing here while I was lit up. I just want people to know this.
Yeah. That was resplendent. Like a Mayan fertility god. Ooh. Great. Very cool. Best Performance 2022. Who won? Who won? And is their talent equivalent with Al Pacino? I didn't mean to laugh as though that question were absurd. I don't know who won yet, so it's entirely possible that the best performer in 2022 is as good is as good as Al Pacino. Video games are as good as films, Steph. We proved that with Mass Effect a long time ago. Metal Gear Solid proved that. How come there's not a photo with Hideo Kojima and John Carpenter? Oh! John Carpenter's a gamer. You know he's into that shit. Oh! Yeah, John Carpenter rules. The older I get, the more I'm about people that like do one or two amazing things and they're like, fuck you guys. I'm just gonna eat Doritos and chill. You guys, like, why should I try harder? Yeah. Who deserves it? Nobody. I gave you They Live. I gave you Escape from New York. I gave you Halloween. Y'all can fuck off. I'm gonna play Xbox. Oh, yeah? Steph's gonna join. Everyone loves my Dunkachino. Dunkachino. Yeah. Yeah, you should have some. Ooh-ah. You should have a. I think I loaded up another. Wait a minute. Ash says, this is, I think, relating to the. Excuse me. Relating to the horse story.
Yes.
Ash says that something similar happened to a friend when you were growing up and he survived.
We got like a horse jumped.
Ran head on into an Astrovan.
What?
They gave him a Dare Award because they felt bad. Guy was the biggest pothead a few years later.
Like the Drug Abuse Resistance Education Award?
Man, I used to have a Dare shirt and I was really proud of it. That's some big ironic. You get big irony points for wearing Dare shirts these days.
Dare to battle horses head on. I can't even believe. Who knew?
Yes.
Oh my God.
There is a picture with Hideo Kojima and Al Pacino-san.
Look at him be so excited. Do you think?
Of course he is.
Think Kojima asked him to hoo-ah? And do you think that he hoo-ah?
No, I don't think Kojima would monkey dance anybody. I think Kojima would if he had the
You got a
translator.
gamer stretch.
Oh, there's a gamer stretch. Or the linguistic ability would ask him some like really arty shit. That's what I imagine. Why
I'm
should I
so
gamer
excited
stretch?
to
Get up
hear
and gamer
more
stretch.
tales of Al Pacino, because he apparently just has a lot of random and weird tales of stuff. I heard a little preview of his autobiography, which is why I wanted to listen to it. Besides the fact the whole thing that he like died supposedly and then like came back and he was like there was nothing. So Al Pacino he is like Jesus. He has risen. Arisen or risen. I guess he arises every day. He talked about how part of him spending all of this money, which apparently could also have involved people running a Ponzi scheme with his money. So I'm very excited to get to that part of the book. Again, I've heard a little bit of a preview, which is why I was like, all right, this sounds like a real trip and a half, and I feel like I need to hear this. Although I've also heard that apparently the Martha Stewart, I guess there's like some sort of tell-all thing on either like Netflix or one of those damn streaming services that talks about how she like cheated on her husband on her wedding night in the church. And I was like, man, if I didn't already love Martha Stewart, this has made me like her even more, because let's be real, there's no way that whoever that she initially married was probably that exciting, because she's been fine on her own, doing her own thing. Again, another woman who likes horses. She's a horse girl. She's got horses on that property. So I want to watch that. I want to see it. I still can't believe somebody got a Dare award because a horse ran into their Astro fan.
I mean, we had in our high school, we had a moment of silence for a dude that died because he was drunk driving and ran from the cops and slammed into a tree. But it was still like we all had to be sad. And I'm sure it's sad.
It's also kind of like,
but he was drunk driving and he ran from the cops and he slammed into a tree and died. Yeah, the whole high school had to like pause in memoriam.
Like, was it during graduation or just like a Tuesday?
Yeah, it was just some random week.
Huh. Yes, Martha Stewart did go to federal jail.
Yeah, but for tax evasion.
Yeah, and let's also be real.
Which good for her, by the way.
Well, that's the thing, is that other lesser men have been doing it for years. And she makes like mean pastries and bakes cakes and takes care of her hydrangeas. Like, what the fuck, man? We didn't need to do that to her. We need to do it.
Well, she came out okay in the end, didn't she?
I mean, isn't that the, like...
Really, I think it probably helped her image and her brand in the long run.
Well, I mean, technically, isn't she more hardcore than Snoop Dogg? Because she's actually been in the pen?
Yeah, I guess Snoop Dogg's never really served a stretch, has he?
I could imagine, like, she probably had...
I mean, if you believe his song, Snoop Dogg's got a body count, but Martha probably does too, let's be real.
I will never forget, there was one episode of the Martha Stewart show that I remember seeing where this person came in and was making pasta, and they started throwing flour like onto her kitchen counter surface, before they rolled out the dough.
Yeah.
And she had a look on her face that was like, I'm gonna murder you.
Yeah.
Like, this place was clean, and
you're
now
about
you're
to have a terrible slip near an open window.
Yeah, you have willy-nilly strewn flour around the room, and now I'm not okay with it. And I was like, wow, she's gonna kill him. Like, first break, that person is not making it back to the green room, is what I'm saying.
You enjoyed your last birth?
Okay, well, let's see. Check this out. There was a fire at a house party. I was in high school, and we had to do the same thing. They put this big-ass rock in front of the school with their names on it. Oh, it's like a in memoriam. Do you think that, like, why a rock? Like, why did it have to be a rock? Why couldn't it have just been a small, tasteful plaque? Somebody had to etch kids' names into a rock.
Dead kids' names into a rock.
Yeah, that just seems weird.
Oh, no! Bummer.
Yeah, I guess that would be way cheap. But a nice little tasteful plaque somewhere could have been it. And wait, how did they? Was it? Now I'm curious as to how this house fire started. Like, was it just like bad wiring? Did somebody have some candles?
Hold on, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Yondo has redeemed a meditation.
Oh,
we have to meditate. Are you ready for this stuff?
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, hold on. Did that send? It did send. Okay. Let's meditate with Marcus Aurelius. Caesar Marcus. We have a Caesar in the United States now, so that's exciting. And I'm sure that our Caesar is exactly as philosophical and introspective as Marcus Aurelius was. Okay, verse 26. Hast thou seen those things? Look also at these. Do not disturb thyself. Make thyself all simplicity. Does anyone do wrong? It is to himself that he does the wrong. Has anything happened to thee? Well, out of the universe from the beginning, everything which happens has been apportioned and spun out to thee. In a word, thy life is short. Thou must turn to profit the present by the aid of reason and justice. Be sober in thy relaxation. That one was hard to follow.
I don't want to be sober in my relaxation. I feel like my relaxation kind of requires me to disassociate from my brain. Although I get that we're trying to focus and make sure that we're being in oneself in the moment.
No, I could be projecting here because this is like paramount in my mind right now. But I think if I'm to interpret, he's basically saying, like, did you see it? Don't worry about things that you didn't perceive in your own life. Like, you can think about the bad that people do all around the world. In your projection of your own imagination, yes, you can imagine a lot of human misery. But if you didn't see it, if it's not in front of you and in your life, then maybe it shouldn't be clouding your thoughts and dragging down your soul. And certainly I think that keeps in with Marcus's stoicism. He's very much about simplicity to a point or to a degree. Basically, like, mind your own. Get your business. Get some business so you can mind it, basically. And don't worry yourself with things that are outside the scope of your perception. That's how I'm choosing to interpret this, but that's also what I'm thinking about these days. Yeah.
Okay.
For very specific reasons. Must turn to profit the present by the aid of reason and justice. Be sober in thy relax.
I mean, that to me just feels like an empty your mind and focus on what is happening in front of you, which I guess is similar to what you're saying of, like, don't worry about the things that are outside of your control.
Mm-hmm. And that I think...
But also, none of us should be sober right now.
Yes.
I mean, some people should be sober, those that have issues, but you know what I mean. I don't want to encourage anybody to make truly bad choices, but also it's been it's been rough, so.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, wait, here we go.
Oh.
The story was that at the end of the party, like 8 people stayed behind with the house owner and did a bunch of Xanax. And had some lit candles that fell over. Unfortunately, they were all intoxicated. No one woke up in time. And the assembly was an anti-drug slanted. Oh, no. So it's just like one of those, like, remember, kids.
But it was anti-drug slanted, but they...
Don't be doing the Xanax.
How much did they go out of their way to make it clear it wasn't their fault? I don't know. I feel like that always gets a little weird.
This is still the thing that gets me, is that I have taken Xanax in my life, and not for fun drug reasons. I was prescribed it and took it, and I thought, man, I've heard so many stories about people that have, like, oh, they took Xanax and it was like it was just a downer. Like, it's just the downer of, like, oh, you can't get up, kid. It just meant that my heart wasn't racing so much and I wasn't so full of anxiety I couldn't function. And I feel cheated. I feel cheated that I was like, I actually had a prescription. I was like, wow, this is it? Cool. Great. Awesome. Rad. Rad, rad, rad.
I forgot I'm trying to get score. I need to get 800k on this level. So I had to start over.
I just was like, normal. Wow, I functioned. Cool. I was like, this, I was upset. I remember telling Lawrence this, that I was like, what is this bullshit? Like, I'm not even getting the fun part of the experience. Again, this is why we got to bring back Quaaludes.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that man with the Quaaludes.
Bring back the ludes. He's right.
I don't know if people know this, but you know that they used to make jars in the 60s that were like drug jars, and they had like different drug names on them. Like it could be like a marijuana jar, it could be like a cocaine jar. And Jonathan Adler, a designer, remade those types of jars again. They're like striped jars. He made one that was a Quaaludes jar, and I bought it. And that is one of my prized possessions that I have on a shelf that sits behind our couch, because I love the Quaaludes jar. It does not contain Quaaludes though. It is empty. But I do love that Quaaludes jar very much. I just love the idea of being like flour, sugar, Quaaludes.
All the essentials.
Yeah.
Staples.
Yeah, the things that you need.
I have to purify the cube.
Yeah, it only contains the memories of Quaaludes of the past, which are none of my memories, they're other people's. It's all theoretical. That should be a Marcus Aurelius quote.
Quaaludes of the
When
past.
one doth not have moods, one will be sober in thought.
Only Marcus Aurelius could have done Quaaludes. Only I could have done Quaaludes.
I mean, maybe that would have been finally the type of drug that would have just like knocked me out.
Maybe?
Maybe? I don't know. Definitely didn't have one with the Xanax.
Is there no way to like make Quaaludes again? Has the formula been stored in a vault somewhere?
Maybe, I don't know if I would trust like aftermarket third-party Quaaludes.
Oh, surely they're better at making it now than they were in the 50s.
I don't know. I think that some of those things were a bit more pure. I mean, nowadays you can't trust like most drugs. That's why they tell people if they're going to do drugs, they legitimately test it before they do it, because you just don't know like what could have been cut with what, because people are just, it's all about the money, all about the Benjamins, if you will. They'll cut it with stuff just because then they can sell it.
Yeah, I suppose. Surely there's like proper Quaaludes somewhere though.
I guess it's like the kind of thing, like, is it maybe in Europe? Maybe Europe
feels
still has
European,
it,
doesn't it?
Well, because I mean, in Europe they don't want you to even like take Tylenol. Like you have to, you can't get like pain meds. It has to be like a pharmacist talking to you and determining it. I remember like followed this like one woman who was like an expat, like living in Italy, and when she comes to the U.S., there's certain things that she buys and takes back with her. And like the large econo size of Tylenol was like one of them, because she's like, I just have a headache sometimes, and you can't just get pain meds. It's not that easy. And I was like, man, I can't even believe that. But then they have real food there, so that doesn't. we have a lot of chemicals that make up food products.
It's weird that we need painkillers.
Food adjacent. I know, right?
All the time.
And we're so sick. She also took back like giant things of ranch, and I was like, okay, I'm not down with that. That's all you, babe. I'm not doing that. I'm not a ranch lover. Yeah, there's gotta be Quaaludes somewhere. You know what? I'm American and I don't get ranch. So if the Europeans don't get ranch, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but the Europeans love mayonnaise. Love it.
They do.
I guess they have no other fat source though, right? That's kind of the thing.
They love the mayo. They love the sauces.
Street sauce.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like mayonnaise, or as I refer to it, mayo snaise. because it's just not my thing. But you know, blessed to anybody who does. Just like ranch, feel free. I don't love the ranch so that people can enjoy the ranch on their own. They can take all the ranch from me.
More ranch for everyone else.
Yeah, I'm like, that's fine. What? The Cosby Show barbecue spike with
yeah,
Quaaludes?
there's like a scene where he talks about his special sauce. Or did Cosby share his formula? Oh.
And he's like exactly like 1.5 Quaalude.
Maybe we should do a stream where we take Cosby sauce.
Yeah, see, I read, off-market drugs are dodgy as fuck in the UK. And the pain meds in the UK, it's a joke if they do see a physical defect in the scan. They are not allowed to give opioid-based painkillers at all, so you just suffer.
Defect in a
like,
scan.
I mean, like, I feel like, yeah, some things...
Like they want to make sure that you get medically treated versus just medicating the pain?
I mean, that could be one thing, but also, like, man, if you're in pain, like, seriously, just give me a fucking Tylenol. Like, just... Calm down, everybody. At least a Tylenol. Like, that's not gonna...
Well, that's not an opioid.
Yeah.
That's what is that? I don't remember.
Ooh, barbacoa.
It's basically sugar. I don't know. Tylenol is nothing.
Yeah, I mean... Just like if you have, like, a really bad cough and, like, you get, like, the codeine medication, that would be exciting. Or, like, quite frankly... Even in the 80s, it was still alcohol-based, like cough medicine and stuff. So you were just getting kids just drunk. It was like, here you go. That cough is going to stop because you're going to be passed out.
Oh, Ziggy's, thank you for the sub. Hold on a minute. Also, Jesus Christ. Hello from Argentina. Or thank you for the salutations from Argentina. Hello from the west coast of California. Not going to lie, took an edible. This is a bit intense. What are we drinking tonight? I got beer and scotch on tap. And yes, we are escaping. Pure escapism. I'm glad that edible's kicking in because it's you're gonna need it. Yeah, hell yeah. Game rules.
I don't know if I can play this game on edibles.
Why? It's so normal. You can't enter the cube dimension?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be in a cube dimension.
Too bad.
I have to be in a cube dimension?
Let's see, Mizuguchi says you have to go.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
That's just how it is.
I guess cube dimension it is. Yeah. What do you think they eat in the cube dimension? Only pieces of cheese?
Cones.
Oh, I like that you just went completely different.
Yeah, there's a whole food chain, a geometry food chain.
What is the most interesting shaped food that you've ever eaten?
My mind immediately went to the 3D Doritos. Shape?
Which we technically still have some.
Oh yeah, I guess we gotta...
In that canister, I mean, they're like fucking 4 years old now. We can't eat them.
It's still fine. They're in our panic room. We did eat the, like... A lot of the things we had at Vespertine were interestingly shaped. I remember the, like, crackers that were draped over twigs. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Where they were like, yeah. We went to this restaurant that, yes, they brought out what was essentially a large branch, and it had things hanging off of it, and they were like, these are your snacks. And we were like, okay. We will eat these snacks.
Fine dining rules, by the way.
Because I think what can be interesting about fine dining is figuring out sometimes how you eat something. Like, how am I supposed to? Do I use a fork? Is it with my hands? Is it what? And like, you know what? I appreciate some restaurants that try to like help you, or they'll be like, enjoy this, or like, here's how you eat it. Just because, you know, then that way, like, it alleviates some of that worry. Because, you know, I think that that's maybe why sometimes people don't go to fine dining. Besides also
Yeah, you worry
the
that you're going to
cost.
get judged.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, it's not supposed to be about that. It's just supposed to be about exploring different textures and flavors all kind of combined into something unique and different.
Everybody's got a mouth. Everybody's got ears. Like, there's certain things that people get snooty about, but it's possible to be utterly unsnooty about. And it's also possible to, like, approach no matter who you are or what your experience level is. So everyone can appreciate music in the same way that everyone can appreciate a good meal or an adventurous meal. You know?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you gotta have like you gotta have an adventurous meal, at least a few times in your life. Something unique. I have always wanted to go to Alinea in Chicago where they do the whole like, they'll do the dessert on the table and they basically turn into like a giant art palette and then you just have to scoop things up and eat it. And they do the helium sugar balloon. I'm like, I would be interested in such things.
Yeah, the servers give 0 fucks. Usually what I've found is that at the higher end establishments, the servers are dorks about food, but in the good way. Like they're really excited for somebody else to experience something new, and to a degree they kind of like feed off that energy. So there's not a whole lot of haughtiness going on.
I'm sure there's some places that are,
yeah, of course,
that are like that, you know, or like, you have to be respectful. But it's like,
yeah.
But I feel like, or at least like maybe be snooty to a certain extent. But I think for the most part, you know, like everybody just they just want you to have a good time.
Yeah, that's been our experience a lot. Is that in any kind of upscale establishment, it's upscale because they're focused on providing a good experience for you. And that doesn't include turning up their nose at whatever your experience level might be. Rectangular foie gras that was crunchy. Ugh. Crunchy foie gras. How did they do that?
That I guess, do you dry it out? Was it like dehydrated? I have had a foie gras profiterole before. Which basically meant that like the foie gras was just kind of like really, really rich ice cream. Just because it's so fatty. It's basically firmer gelato. That was kind of it. But it was quite delicious and really unexpected. And I've never had anything like that ever again. But also it's like, I don't know, you can't have too much foie gras. It's one of those kind of heart-stopping foods.
Yeah.
It's just like, animal fat. And then that's it. Like hardcore liver. Animal fat.
Yeah, it's just mush. I can see how somebody that's bored with eating normal food would find it appealing, but I'm not bored. So, I don't know. Maybe the cruelty of it is also part of its appeal. There's that like dish where you like crunch a baby bird or something in your mouth, right? Like you eat a fetus. That's pretty intense. I haven't done that. I don't think I want to.
Wait, Timu Solani has a restaurant in Laguna Beach?
You found a new dining experience for us?
I was like, well, I'm just more like, wait, like, where, like the hockey player? Am I losing my mind? Am I reading this right? Yeah. Okay, now I gotta look up this restaurant. Wait. I have my phone. Oh yeah, there it is. The Solani Steak Tavern. What the hell? I feel like I remember old commercials because it's just it's a fun name to say. Timu Solani.
Yeah.
I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's fine. I remember that is how you say his name. Yeah, the hockey player he's got a steakhouse.
Great.
In Laguna Beach.
For him. You go there tonight?
No, I'm not going to Laguna Beach tonight. That's too far.
Is it?
He does have a nice little like wedge salad. You know what? That is truly the only time that I eat a wedge salad is at a steakhouse, because that's a proper place to have one. But it can be very difficult when I also see French onion soup on a menu, because I'm like, ooh, I want French onion soup, and I'll fucking eat French onion soup when it's 110 degrees outside. It don't matter. French onion soup is great, and we respect the French onion soup. But something about a nice blue cheese wedge salad with a little bit of bacon, a little bit of chive,
Cherry
delightful.
tomatoes. Oh, you're not a cherry tomato person, though, are you, Steph?
I still am not really into tomatoes and salad sandwiches or burgers. It's too, most of the time it's too mushy. It's just not right. It's
pretty mushy.
It's a texture thing. I'm losing my mind that Tamu Solani has a steakhouse and it's in Laguna Beach. That just seems so wild to me.
How long has it been there?
I don't know. Q&A about the Solani Steak Tavern. They have a dress code?
I mean, it's probably just like wear
California
pants.
casual.
Yeah, there it is.
That just means please try not to wear flip-flops, but if you do...
You could wear shoes. Yeah, as long as you don't call attention to it.
As long as you're wearing pants. And I mean,
great,
like...
Man.
And I mean just clothing covering your lower half that isn't underwear.
No, I'm gonna die, no! Yeah. Alas, still haven't cleared that stage. But yeah, I love, it's good to be in a city where the richest people can also dress like absolute shit, because it means that no places have a strict dress code, no matter how ritzy they are.
Wait, well, okay. Where is... This is Laguna Beach, isn't it? Yeah, see, you know where Laguna Beach is, Lawrence?
No.
You've been there.
Yeah, I know I have. I don't remember.
I was like, you remember the Royal Hawaiian? The one where we had to drive through the mountain and there was like the Laguna Beach Festival or whatever. And it was like right by the ocean. And there was like 9 million people that were all at that event. That's where Laguna Beach is.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to drive all that way just to get a Solani steak.
That's cool.
Was it a good steak? I'm curious, though.
Better be.
B-roll between early to
That's where I got Harold.
Cam op career.
He's dead
now. No. That's not where you got Harold. You got Harold at...
Is it not?
You got him at the Tiki Bar in Long Beach.
You're right. Yes.
Which its name is escaping me, but they do a little like parking lot of flea market. I believe that they call it the Tiki Marketplace.
I gotta go back so I can get another succulent that I'll kill.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Send me the DM of the meal. I'm curious. I'm like, if we're gonna go all that way, like, it would have to be like it would be a long day, because it's not, Laguna Beach is not an easy place to get to. They do it for a reason, because the rich people don't want you to go to Laguna Beach.
Don't want the element moving in.
Yeah, they try to make it really difficult, like the little 2-lane road. That's why I had no idea that we went to. I had made a reservation at Royal Hawaiian when it reopened, when there was that whole art festival that they do, and it was ridiculous. And we sat in traffic for like 35 minutes, and I was very worried that we were actually going to miss our reservation at Royal Hawaiian. And I was like, if I came all this damn way and I don't get to go and have a fucking tiki cocktail, I will lose it. I will burn down the beach. But luckily we were able to go in. Although Lawrence had see, you didn't have a great meal there. You had the Loco Moco, but it wasn't like cooked all the way.
Yeah, it was like basically a giant lump of raw ground beef, which I don't know. The
burger that I had was good, but you did not enjoy the Loco Moco.
Yeah, I just picked off the cooked parts on the edges. And they didn't have coffee for a brunch place.
Oh yeah, we went on a Saturday brunch, and yeah, he was like, "Oh, can I get a cup of coffee?" And they're like, "We don't serve coffee." And he was like, "Wait, what?
Yeah,
is this brunch?"
That's weird. Or any restaurant in general that doesn't have even the most like basic just cup of coffee.
I mean,
or
rich
can't even
people
like
could
run
be
next
rich
door and
people.
grab a cup. I don't know. I'll do it. And I ended up doing that, I think, after.
Yeah, we had to go find a coffee place so that you could go get coffee, and then also had to pay like $15 to park in a tiny lot next to the restaurant because we were like, no, for real, we have a reservation here, and they're like, you're not going to the festival? No, we're not going to the festival. We will leave here within 2 hours. They're like, all right, then you can park here. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? That's exactly how Newport and Rhode Island. There's literally 2-lane roads. I don't get it. If you got the space, make the roads wider. They do that shit for Vegas too. I mean, I think they're finally starting to expand the 15, but there are parts of that highway that are only 2 lanes. And there's just desert. It's just nothing. It's nothingness for miles around. The only thing that is exciting about on the way to Vegas is when you get to stop in Baker and see the world's largest thermometer, and also the alien jerky, which apparently is going to have a hotel now.
Oh.
Did I tell you this?
No.
Yes. The alien jerky is building a hotel. So I guess they're trying to make Baker a weird... It's going to be like alien themed.
Yeah.
And their jerky has gone up in price a lot. They got to pay for that hotel. Got to pay for those aliens.
Think about Fallout New Vegas.
I mean, I love what... I think most of the gas stations got rid of them, but for years, even after they got rid of like coin slot machines, all the gas stations used to have signs that would tell you that they would refuse you service if you tried to pay in coins. And you were like, man, people coming out from vending machine or from the slot machines and being like, here you go. I need to fill the tank, $30 in quarters in a bucket. Like, here you go. It's $30. You can count it.
That's so heavy.
Oh yeah, the thermometer. Oh, the other thing that's also in Baker is it's the Greek restaurant. What the hell is it called? I can't remember. That place, which now they have like a location in Vegas as well.
Yeah, what is that?
I can't remember the name of the Greek place now, but... And they used to have what was almost like a Bob's Big Boy, but they called it Bun Boy. But it still had the same like Bob, like out there with the burger on a plate. But yeah, all that's gone. Maybe they'll reopen it once they know that there's alien fans. I don't know why we've never gone to Area 51.
Like in Arizona?
Yeah, I mean, like, be able to like go there, see the aliens. The Greek restaurant is closed? Oh shit, for real? I thought that place was doing all right. I mean, they've been open for years in Baker. Man. There's also, okay, wait, I feel like I'm gonna look it up. There's a weird alien museum. And I believe it's in Arizona. Is it the UFO experience? Where is it? Maybe it is the UFOs. Oh no, I hate TripAdvisor because then they want me to open up all these dumb things.
Yeah, I gotta sign up for their newsletter.
If anybody knows of the weird alien monster museum that exists in Arizona, tell me the name of it so I can look it up properly. They have a fucking ET at this place, like a legit little fucking stuffed ET. Okay, maybe this isn't the one. Unique roadside attraction, exploring the Thing Museum in rural... Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the Thing.
Oh, the Thing? Yeah, there's the Thing. thing.
Oh no. This is the one. This is the one. Hold on. We're gonna open this up. The Thing roadside attraction, aka the Thing Museum, is an Arizona roadside attraction extensively advertised by signs along Interstate 10 between El Paso, Texas, and Tucson.
Yeah. Every time
Arizona.
I would drive to California from Texas, I would see it.
The object, supposedly a mummified mother and child, is believed to have been made by exhibit creator Homer Tate for sideshows. This may not be the one that I was thinking of, but this also sounds amazing.
I mean, the Thing is pretty boring. It's like there's like all the billboards like, what is the Thing? Exit 30 miles. And then
it's kind of like Giant Ball of Twine-esque.
Yeah. Yes. It's a roadside attraction, and its charm is that it hypes it up for like hundreds and hundreds of miles as you're driving. Oh no, I didn't see that.
There's also a Monsterland museum. Wait, let's see here. Tom Devlin's Monster Museum home. Oh, This is the one that's in Vegas, I think, in Boulder City, which I think I'm going to try to go to this.